Hi and welcome to my tutorial to the Canon EOS 5000, a single lens reflex camera from a Canon from the 90s. We'll take a closer look at this camera. I mounted a 35 to 80 millimeter lens, zoom lens on it. This was a camera for the low budget photographer who wanted to have a single lens reflex camera without spending much money. The camera was reduced to its main functions, not like other single lens reflex cameras from Canon who were designed for the ambition photographer. This was for the pure beginner or for the amateur. We take a look at the wheel. The wheel has some functional adjustments with the L sign, which indicates that this is low battery consumption, just the switch off. Then we have the green window. The green window indicates the full automatic program. The user or the one who's photographing doesn't need to switch anything, just press the button and make the perfectly exposed photo. We have the program with the face on it, which means this is the portrait program. We have the landscape program, the program for macro photography, and the program for fast moving objects or sports pictures. The numbers on the wheel indicate the shutter time. We have the possibility to go to 0.002 of a second, which is quite high shutter speed. Then we have thousands, 500ths, the 205th of a second, and so on. We'll take, for example, the 125, and we'll see that the camera indicates that the lens must be opened by 4.0 to get the right exposition on the photo. We have the possibility to go on B, which means this is the bulb function. Press the button, the shutter will open, and then release the button, the shutter will close immediately after releasing. We have the function for the self timer. As you can see, counts down from 10 to 1 and then makes the photo. This function here is for the film to get it back into its department. It has a built-in flash, of course. This one is manually opening, so if you think you need the flash, then just open it up. On other Canon cameras from this time, this goes automatically, but I don't miss this function. This function is for the control photographer, no problem, just open it up. We have here the autofocus light, which means that if the light is low, the camera tries to visualize the object to get it sharp on the autofocus. Here are two buttons. This one is for the spot measurement, and this one is to control the return of the film. We'll take a look at the bayonet and the lens. This has, of course, like all other EF bayonets, these 8 contact points on the side of the lens, and of course also on the body. You can see the 8 contact. This, of course, is on this quite cheap model, which was the cheapest EOS ever produced. Of course, made from plastic. With all the more expensive models, of course, this is made from a metal ring. We can also see the mirror all the two mirrors. So we will open it up, put the lens back on it. Of course, as on every EOS, this centers the right point, the red point to the red point on the body, and then you have to turn it almost a quarter to the left. We'll open the back and simulate a exposure. We'll go to B. That would make it easier for us. I just have to fix some object here to get the autofocus running, and then as you can see, we open the shutter, and as I release my finger, the shutter closes again. This is the so-called bulb function. You can see here the 6 contact points for the de-excudation. That means that the camera gets which film is inside and gets the right adjustments for the exposure. This is some parts here to press the film on the back. The film is running on this metal part, just to help it back or in. This red sign indicates that the film must be gotten out until this point so that the camera can roll it off. Otherwise the film would go back or wouldn't be transported correctly. This small window shows the user what the film inside, how many pictures are on it, and which exposure is necessary. The EOS 5000 was built as of course, for the amateur, was built for the amateur photographer, but still does make fun. You should know how to make a good photo, and when you should know the technique of analog photography, when you know it, you will really get good pictures out of this camera. This is of course a temptation. I like this camera because it's so reduced. This is for me a real good camera, because you have to think about making a photo, and this for me is about making or analog photographing. Today everyone can take a good photo by a normal digital camera for 20 bucks. Perfect photos, but to get a perfect photo with this analog old school camera, this requires some knowledge about photographing. So for me it's still fun. I like it, and I hope you like my video, and I would really appreciate if you take a look at the other videos, and I wish you much pleasure with the Canon EOS 5000. Thank you.